Today marks the International Day of Persons Living with Disabilities. According to World Health Organization, every 10% of the country's population are people living with disabilities, including children. Shelley Cowper said PNG ratified the International Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities in 2014 and has the utmost mandate to execute the international treaty. Disability-focused groups in PNG have worked 3 times harder without the proper state mechanism. This critical issue has been reviewed and recommendations were provided. However, a few steps have been taken, but they still see no sign of development.
The state ignorance is our disabilities. We have the ability to engage in SME, to engage in small activities that will sustain us from the disability community, but the state ignorance is our disability. It's our stigma and it's our discrimination.
She said the disability bill was presented to the National Executive Council, but is still sitting there. Shelley said the state can invest a considerable sum of money in ordinary people, but continues to ignore this vulnerable community. She said district service improvement program and public sector investment program must have specific fractions that indicate improving services to persons living with disability at ward and district levels.
I call on the government of the day through the relevant and mandated authorities to take their priorities right and to respond, respect, observe and implement what is rightfully for the persons with disabilities in Papua New Guinea. And I also call upon the relevant organization, the state entity, which is community development, to look into the national disability policy and effectively provide the substantive and a strong platform or robust platform in a more practical ways that our resource workers, resource center workers, our rehabilitation workers, our community workers, carers and helpers, families and homes should at least have some services available or made available to them.
Shelley also mentioned that all MPs must know how many persons living with disability are in their electorate and their needs. She thanked their partners who have helped in so many ways and platforms working hard to give voice and mandate to persons living with disabilities in PNG. She also thanked the Church Partnership Program of the Australian government for taking this bold stand to promote and protect the disability space. Esther Gane, National MTV News.